Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I have a non-bingo-y rack, but it's too good to change. So I'm looking to play off the X and one of the I's, at least. What's the best way of doing that? And can I play the W off as well? Well, I can't. So should I really be playing off the X or retaining it and playing the W? Well, I can't see a way of getting the W doubled. I could play inwit. Interesting. And that would be setting up an X spot and providing vowels which help the X. Very tricky. If I played off just XI, that would also be 18 points. Yeah, I prefer this rack leave. It's only the W that's problematic. Great. Well, I'm glad I made that choice. I have ring tour. Just wondering if there's another 7. That may be the only one. However, that may not play. It does at the moment in row I. Can't see anything through the X or the I. And there would be a number of 8s with the right floater. With an E, I would have watering and twangier. Okay, so does ring tour play? AX only takes an E. GIR not good. Yagi takes nothing. Wow, but it does play. It plays here. Phew, for 85 points. And I don't think there are any other lanes to consider. Not a great pickup, but not terrible either. If I played HUH, the rack leave of lane is just about okay. Not seeing anywhere great for huh. HUNH is also good. So I could play HUNH in column 3. Less than 20 points. Wow, fantastic bingo for opponent, getting the Z doubled. That's painful. Especially if there was an alternative bingo to ring tour or an alternative placement. Now, I do have somewhere better for my H. Just wondering if I've got a 5-letter play beginning with H. Not seeing it. So this is what I'm thinking of. Huh for 30, and the N is better on my rack than extending huh because of vowel consonant balance. I'm going with this. I have Aeolian, and that plays in row F, and possibly only in row F. But surely opponent's going to be attracted to the Z and just generally the left-hand side of the board. We shall see. Aeolian's going to open another triple lane. I trail by 18. Now, great opponent does leave my bingo spot alone. I'm just wondering if I have an 8-letter bingo through G or N. So how about the G? Not seeing anything. How about the N? No, again, nothing. So and the G and the A, not seeing anything there. So this is what I'm seeing, the only bingo I'm seeing. And a balanced rack, but a non-bingo-y one with too many high-scoring tiles. But for 7 random tiles, it's definitely on the higher end of the spectrum. Opponent will surely take out column 15. If not, I may be able to get one of my scoring tiles on this double letter square. Wax takes a Y. Still 2 Ys to come. Now, if opponent plays in column 15, this O will remain available. Gosh, I thought I might have peekaboo, but I've only got one E. So I do have cab, K-A-B, in row A. I have bake. Well, certainly a number of possibilities there. What about a double-double through the O? That's where I first thought of peekaboo, not seeing anything. So where else is good for my scoring tiles? An A can go next to AH, so I could play Pank, keeping OBE. Wow, opponent leaves this spot alone, but also I have this spot for 39. So do I have something better? Panko is good, I think. 42, that's better. Can I do even better? Let me just put this back. So the play could begin at the top, but that would leave row H alone. So I think I'd rather take that out, given how close the scores are. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything better than Panko. And, well, slightly more bingo-y, but no 7 coming to mind. Where are the floaters? How about the N? No. G? No. Not seeing anything with the O or the R. So I'm not seeing a bingo, but fortunately I have the B for score. I lead by 37, so very tight game. And still one blank to come. I'm not aware of any 2-letter front extensions of azurines. So where can my B play? Do I have a double-double? Don't think so. I'm looking to play off 1E, at least. So what about playing B here? 22 points. I don't really like L, N and R. Drawing any one of those creates a non-bingo-y rack despite these being bingo-y tiles. So that's 22 points. That's 2 more. B not massively dangerous, but is dangerous. So what can I do that's better than that? BAI not good. EP not good. BU no. Now opponent only played off VO. That suggests he's got a strong rack, which would suggest not playing Blee in that spot. Am I missing any floaters or just generally spots? Well, what about playing Nebel? If opponent's got an S bingo, that's forced into row N, which provides access for me for row O. I'm turning over tiles with a blank unseen and 3 S's unseen. They can't all be on opponent's rack, or very unlikely. The score's okay, rack leaves okay. Sticking an E in the open, slightly dangerous. But let's see how it goes. So, this looks promising. Through a D, I would have Trendify. What about the E and L? Wow, nice bingo for opponent. 86 points. Does provide a D, but in the wrong spot for me to bingo. Do E and L provide a bingo? I would have the LY ending or the fly ending. Into fly not good. F and Y are non-bingo-y. So how about the S? Snifter good, sniftery not good. Not sure about snifty. Snifty might be good and might be worth doing 39 points as an alternative to playing off FY. Maybe not though, Inter is really strong. Let me continue my look for a bingo. So I've got the D. I don't think Trendify has an anagram. There's GD, there's A something S. I've got the IFY ending. L, not seeing anything. How about the E? No. What about the O? 12 minutes on my clock. Ventrify not good. No, so is there anywhere huge for FY? Well, what about this? Fry for 40 points. I am burning the R, but 40 points is a pretty good score, and EINT goes well with the DR and S in dotards. So I don't think this is a terrible play. I could play Fernie, burning E and N as well. For 52, an extra 12 points. Do E and N help this rack by 12 points? Lots of E's to come. I think that's persuaded me. So 52 in this spot. These numbers are getting bigger all the time. Is there a way of making a different word beginning with F? No, I don't think so. And in any event, there are a lot of E's to come. I'm going with this. Wow, not good. But even if I'd kept the best possible rack leave of Inter, I don't think that would have been helped with the J or the W. Now my lead pretty slender with only seven points. And quite a hot lane available in row O. Plus I'm going to struggle to come back with this rack. I have Dewey in column 10, that's nice. Getting rid of J, W and the duplicate I, so there is hope. 18 tiles to come. Great, only 39 points for opponent. Plus, he has provided a really super hot J spot. So I have Jew for 61, which is a lot better than Dewey. Not a great rack leave. But getting rid of the W is good. 18 tiles still to come. Yeah, I'm not saying anything better than this. Wow, what a grim pickup, U and V. Through an E, I would have UV a tick, none available. Remaining tiles massively bingo-y. But very few lanes on this board. Jew and Smooted have taken out DR and S of dotards. There's the V of Vogue, there's the O of Aeolian, but that's slim pickings. But the remaining pool is pretty fantastic. Ah, well, there's the E of Nebel. Maybe I can do something about that with my rack. Well, I could play Invite onto that, but for a very low score. But that may be worth doing. I've been taking a while with this play. If he plays a bingo, I think that's probably game over for me. Because I'm just going to struggle to come back with this rack and the board is tight. Fernie, 3 consecutive consonants means there's limited action in column 15 at the bottom. It's just really a vowel dump for a low score. Now, this spot above Jew, quite hot, but not for me. Ah, yes, for me, because I have the V. But I don't think I don't have any vowel for going in front of WE, that's the problem. So do I have anything better than invite? Wow, what a bingo. Absolutely fantastic stuff through the O of Aeolian. And the remaining tiles still looking bingo-y. Now, do I have Uvietic here? I do, for 40 points. That's pretty good. Clearing out all of the junk and turning over 6 tiles, leaving 2 in the bag. Surely that is the play. I don't think I can be missing a bingo. No, I'm going with this. I have Pepbrine, which doesn't play at the moment, and probably won't. And look at this, the remaining tiles, super bingo-y. And just 5 points between us. Opponent may have a bingo in row L. In which case he will have used both of the available floaters. Now, just checking for Pepbrine. I don't think it goes anywhere. And it's just not the sort of rack which is going to make many 8s, if any. No floating S for Pepbrines. So I trail. And although I'm only trailing by 5, I'm not in good shape. Pepbrine in row L is going to score a measly amount. Now I do have an E for going in front of we, so I could play beep. Okay, well that would score more than 20 points. Only 2 tiles in the bag. It's interesting, is opponent going to empty the bag? If so, I may have a chance because he may be unable to go out in 2, and if I get 2 moves, then I could outrun opponent because I'll get count back as well. So what, does opponent have anything down here? Well, he's got nothing apart from a 1-pointer, which can go in front of ET. So that's promising, and surely he's going to be drawn to row A. He won't know exactly what I've got on my rack, so from his perspective, I could be about to bingo in row A, so I think he's going to have to play there. U does not take an S in front, so opponent may have an S bingo that he can't play. So what if beep is blocked? I don't have anything which goes after aha. Do I have a play ending in I? No, I don't think I do. What's the best I could do in row A? I don't think there's any way I can get rid of B and P. I guess ripen. What does that score? 23 points, pretty low. What does beep score? 28 points or 26 points. Do I have anything longer which reaches the L, or L and N? B and P both go above ET, so I could have a word beginning B. Now, opponent's played only 24 points. Well, only 24, he's got a 29-point lead, and he probably is going out with Trist. At the moment, he has that in row C. Does he have a second out? He does, in column 10. So my race is run, unless I can spot something amazing. But opponent has provided no new bingo lane. 9 minutes on my clock. Ah, what about, is this a 7-letter lane down here? Good grief, it is! Unbelievable! How did I miss that? That is insane. There was a 7-letter lane there. That is just ridiculous. How did I miss that? Well, I didn't miss it ultimately, but I so nearly did. Wow. Gosh, that's completely thrown me. Good grief. Okay, so, well, I haven't even done the formalities. I have thanked my opponent, but... And the final score, 438 for my opponent, 492 for me, a winning margin of 54 points, so a huge, huge win. Let's see what I missed. Wow. So, it was me to go first, and I played XI. Yeah, and I should have played off N or T with it, given how consonant heavy the rack leave is. So, yeah, Nix or Tix would have been better than XI. Opponent's rack plays Yagi, and Ring Tour, the only playable bingo. And here we go, 128 points for Azurines, Suzerain also available. And when you're on the receiving end of that sort of score, you feel that it may not be your game. My rack, and there was a 5-letter H play, Hinor, and instead I played HUH for 30, and Hinor would have been better. Opponent's rack, pretty grim, plays Alga, and now Aeolian, the only playable bingo. So, opponent's rack, what does he do? He plays Liquor for 26. And my rack, gosh, non-peak, that's nice. I play Panko for 42, but non-peak, F15, down from the N, getting the K doubled. Wow, that would have been pretty cool. But Panko's certainly not terrible, since Ben is a better rack lead than B, just not 12 points better. Opponent's rack, and this is where he plays Vogue, and I thought he might be keeping a real powerhouse. Well, he's keeping a good rack, just not a stunning one. ADOST. My rack, B Liquor. Wow, that would have been a fantastic front extension for Liquor. I didn't see that. I played Nebel for 18. And this is a great spot by opponent, Dotards. And again, I felt the game was slipping away from me. I trailed by about 50. Phew, no missed bingo here. And I play Fernie, and all of these alternatives. There were a few 6-letter plays. There was also Fiery. And Fiery, although a better rack leave marginally, does stick a vowel next to this double letter square, so Fernie certainly not terrible. Opponent's rack plays Smooted, and now I trail by 32 with a pretty grim rack. However, Smooted has provided Jew for 61, which gave me some hope. In fact, I lead by 29. And this is a great spot by opponent, Fearsome. Fleecem and Seam Free also available. Seam Free onto the E of Nebel. So I trail by 40 with a horrific rack. However, Uviatic scores well and sorts the rack out. So here we go. Opponent has got Discoer, which does not play in row A, but it does play somewhere. Wow, how interesting! It plays in the lane that I missed, and I'm wondering if one reason I missed that is that I didn't think there were 7 tiles there. Maybe I thought there were only 6, but who knows? But it looks like a lane that was missed by both opponent and myself. So opponent plays Code, and there we go. Pebrine is playable, and I did spot it. Unfortunately, had a fair bit of time to do so, and that was the end of the game. So absolutely manic game. I felt that I wasn't going to win. At various points in the game I was behind, and on the occasions I was ahead, it was only by a small amount, and I generally had a pretty poor rack, so I wasn't expecting to win, and certainly at the end I could see nowhere for Pebrine until I found that there was a spot for it. There were 7 squares available, and Pebrine slotted in, so an absolutely amazing finish to the game. Many thanks to my opponent for a good battle. I hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.